The second piece on the first half of our program is an abstract piece with a storytelling dimension. And the storytelling dimension is the athleticism and the rhythmic vitality and the kind of almost Olympic challenge of playing this piece of music. Robert Schumann is mostly famous for music that explores the interior, that draws on his own life of many challenges and difficulties. He was a composer who had long bouts of depression, a wonderfully happy marriage, but terribly sad moments in his life, and who ultimately ended his life. And yet, there are bright and shining and almost and extremely lighthearted moments in his life, and this is the sunniest one that I know of. This is a piece that he wrote for 4 virtuoso French horns, which will explain why it doesn't get played as often as it should, because it is one of the most delightful pieces you will ever hear. But finding 4 French horn virtuosos in the same room at the same time with an orchestra and the sheet music and an audience in place is not an easy thing to mount. So we will have the wonderful 4 horn players of QUADRE, the French horn quartet, here to perform this virtuoso showpiece with the Peninsula Symphony on our March concerts. And you can hear right from the beginning that the 4 French horns are used in a very flashy, kind of fanfare-oriented way, right from the very downbeat of the piece, which sounds like this. Orchestra chords, and here they come. And the orchestra plays that melody. And it's a very grand, very stately kind of melody, but immediately the horns come back in and go off individually and collectively. It's interesting to see how they play off against each other. Sometimes all together. Four-horn quartet playing with the orchestra. Notice the high notes in the horn. And then individually. Almost anything you can do, I can do higher. And this piece is full of horn high Cs, which would be a gigantic challenge, an athletic accomplishment, but there's also Ds and Es. So this piece is kind of off the charts for technical challenge for French horn players, and mixed in with beautiful melodies and this sort of Olympian quality, it's just great fun to listen to. The third movement is really a wild romp involving lots of fabulous horn fanfares and lots of show-offy individual horn playing and collective horn playing, and it ends in a great flourish. Here's how the Schumann concert piece, Konzertstück, for 4 horns, ends in the third movement, which we'll be playing on our March concerts for the Peninsula Symphony. Each one of the 4 players gets fabulous solo playing, and it all has to meld. And then on to the fabulous ending. So that is the Schumann Konzertstück, the last piece on the first half of the Peninsula Symphony Fantasy Tales concert in March.